asked Willie once, "When do you plan to retire?" And Willie said, "As long as there's a man out there willing to spend $1, I'm here to get it from him."
We got Mom to convince Dad to take the only trip I think that he's ever taken across the states, to come to Chicago for our wedding. He kept saying, "Why doesn't he travel?" He said, "I got on a train and I came all the way to Chicago. I came back and I never have to do it again."
Never had Willie drive up to your front door and get out, bring his little satchel, little bag, and come in and give you a haircut. And in fact, he'd bring his harmonica with him too, and if you asked, he could play that. But,
These feeders are great because they don't, if they were just plain open, you know, they'd pull hay out under their feet. So I built these V. They don't waste any hay hardly at all. When I clean them out, I just take the tractor and bucket, and scoop it up and put it in a spreader and spread it. A lot of these old barns have got wooden posts. Everything here is stone, so they're never going to wear out. And well, my grandfather had the idea that if he could catch the liquid from the cows, he could spread that on the fields for fertilizer, but the first load they spread, they couldn't see where they spread it, so it didn't work at all. They're a beautiful cow, in my opinion. Their face is so white. If you start right off petting them and putting a rope on them, you can make real pets out of them. I remember one cow I had, well, one heifer. She's always come close to my heels, and I was afraid she was going to step on my heels. So I said, "I'll fix you," and I stepped over the fence, and she jumped over too, over the electric fence. I didn't fix her, she fixed me. My kids have thanked me more than once for bringing them up on a farm. They just learn so much, well, common sense, and they learn a lot of ways to do things which you don't learn today. We're thinking of going on the internet to sell all our syrup. Well, we had a guy visit us from the astronaut program, and he wanted a sample to take with him up into space. So we gave him a small bottle. We've got what he's brought back. It's been for a long ride. We got a chance to raise hatching eggs. So we got 3,000. They paid us a penny an egg. That was about the time my wife was having trouble with her knee. She was going to have an operation for a new knee. But after she quit getting eggs 4 times a day, it didn't bother her anymore. See those boards up there? See, the hay used to come through those doors up there on a track with a winch. The winch is over there. We used to drop it on that platform, and the winch would pick up this end, and the hay would slide down into the bay. And then we had to go down and spread it around, which wasn't much fun.
Willie is one of a precious few left in Ashfield who make me feel like everything is like it ever was. He knew the family I had in Ashfield, all gone now. My father, my mother, and my husband. He repaired our slate roof for decades, brought my parents a half-gallon of maple syrup every spring for 35 years, after tapping the old maples in front of the house. I cried after he left, thinking about how we were going to lose William in the not-too-distant future. When grief moved on through, I was left utterly at peace. I was happy. The depression was gone, and the spirit of Christmas touched me. Anna Fessenden, South Street, Ashfield.
How's that?